MLK Day 2023. To our in-person guests as well as our virtual guests, we welcome you to the official site launch of the Center for Digital Churches, powered by Power Up USA. My name is Donna Rentz. I am the program coordinator for Power Up USA, as well as the digital church liaison for the digital churches. My key focus in this capacity is to coordinate the connection between the center, the community, and the churches who would like to become certified digital churches. Our President, Tommy Nichols, will discuss this more in detail. Welcome once, welcome twice to the launch, and thank you for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm turning it over to Lakeisha Ankrum.
Again, my name is Lakeisha Ankrum. I am the Operations, Finance, and HR Director for Power Up USA. Power Up USA is our 501(c) nonprofit organization that focuses on training, events, and technology. Power Up USA, under the arm of Power Up USA is the Charlotte Black Film Festival and the Center of Digital Churches. I will assist you with any information and concerns you might have with membership fees and questions. If you know anyone that's looking for part-time work that would love to be a part of the digital platform, please let me know. We are here to support you. I am turning it over to the president of Power Up USA, the founder of the Charlotte Black Film Festival, and the Center for Digital Churches, the man of God, the vision behind it all, no other than Tommy Nichols.
Wow, you notice now when y'all see Wright come up here, you can tell who the preachers are, who are not the preachers, right? The preachers don't just come up with nothing in hand and just start rounding things off, right? But once again, I want to welcome you guys and welcome everyone out on streaming on our Facebook pages for the Center for Digital Churches, as well as my personal Facebook page. And I believe we're streaming to the Charlotte Black Film Festival page as well. We want to welcome you guys. Thank you guys for coming as well. About us, the Center for Digital Churches is an international research and advisory institute specializing in technology trends, policy, education, and technology funding for the church community. The church provides digital certificate programs, technology support, and grant opportunities to effectively train the local church to empower the communities they serve and the world. The Center collaborates with many industry leaders, equipping churches with the tools to help close the digital divide. And then here's a global mindset that I have. We must be global Christians with a global vision because our God is a global God. Amen. We can no longer think about being in the four walls of the building. So that's kind of our story. So I asked, doing a lot, but what do I do for the kingdom? The response was, take what you know and equip my church to take the gospel from nation to nation, first starting in their backyard. And so the goal is to create a faith-based digital ecosystem for the church to be digitally whole. Now, what does that mean? That means that we're not just talking about you close the digital divide, but we're talking about what does that look like if you create a digital church? So we're really trying to encourage churches, even though you have your in-person sessions, what are you doing digitally? Are you creating small groups online? There's some people that's going to watch you every Sunday, right? But it's not going to let them come into your doors. So how can you engage them to be a real member without walking in your door? And so we're talking about using digital media to reach the world. Many churches use a live stream, recording their church services, doing Zoom and other virtual platforms, the church website, digital giving, social media platforms, and electronic newsletters. And this is what it looks like for the local church. So here you, the local church, and we want to create this digital pastor. And so we have this orientation that we have for you become a digital church, and the pastor goes through whoever you decide will be a digital church. Then we have these courses for digital disciples. Now, the world calls them digital navigators. All right? They're called, if you go to the state, the nation, they have digital navigators where an individual comes out to help you learn basic digital skills, support you in your technology. We call them digital disciples. And then from that standpoint, because this is where we're going with the church, we want you guys to reach through this digital platform, church members, community members, other nonprofits, and government entities. So now that you're established as a digital hub in your community, now that goes on this list that we have. And now, so if the government wants to do, this is what I'm encouraging, the government wants to do, they have a small business grant. Let's say they got $300,000 and they're targeting your area or the city. They got $2 million. And now that you're a digital hub, they want to bring staff there to engage the community on what they're doing. So those individuals get involved and apply for this money, right? So you're operating in that space when we talk about the government. That, from that standpoint, being that digital hub, and then nonprofits partner with them, because they will come and also take classes at your facility. Here's one solution. A religion that gives nothing, costs nothing, and suffers nothing is worthless. And I said it because we look at what Jesus suffered, he had to pay.
Yeah.
He had to pay. And one of the things that we failed not to do is understand that salvation is free. But really to prosper in this life, it's going to cost you something.
Yes, sir.
It's going to cost you something. And so we talk about this digitalization of missions, virtual services, digital pastors, the digital church ecosystem, digital small groups are just some samples of that. Here's some of the churches we worked with, and Mount Olive Missionary Baptist Church, we did a digital seniors program with them in Huntersville. Freedom Christian Center, which their pastors are in this building. In the middle there, we did, a great program with them, great organization. And then the Wright Presbyterian Church, we worked with the homeless church, the kids, homeless children or youth on Sugar Creek, in those hotels. Yeah. We worked with the House of Care and partnered with them, and we worked with the homeless children. So this is our second year. We did it last summer, we did it this summer, and here are those group of young folks right here. So at the Wright Presbyterian Church. So if anyone's listening, you guys have a program, wants to come in and train. We have an existing grant to come to your facility in Mecklenburg County and do training now. So we got a digital seniors program, we have youth programs, and we have our workforce development for adults that we have as well. So this is what happens this is kind of in a nutshell what's happening, what we do. And I'm gonna show you our website. So you're gonna get digital church news. Think about going to one place, one source, that gives you all the news that's happening for the church. Meaning, what's the latest news about digitizing? Now, here's the other thing. Not everything that's happening down AI and down robotics is in the best interest of the church. My opinion, my personal opinion, is that that AI wants to replace the voice of the pastor. And I say that because now you can have likenesses in a certain image. With AI, you can type in, preach a sermon about the Holy Spirit, and AI will type up, and this avatar will be in front of you and give that whole sermon. You hear what I'm saying? And so on the one side, we're going to help you, but when we say we're research, we advocate, we research those kinds of trends as well and alert the church. This is what we see and what you need to be aware of, right? So not all technology is not in the best interest of the Great Commission, the best interest of the church. And so our goal is to be able to see that, capture that, and report it through our digital church news. We also have webinars and videos. Imagine you have Canon cameras, and we're speaking to one of the directors at Canon, talking about their latest and greatest. They're talking about what they do and how they can benefit the local church. We're doing a webinar with them in our podcast here. So all this technology, product information, you're going to be able to hear firsthand, right? From the product, from the vendor, from the developer, from the software, whoever wrote the code, whatever. Free packages, we're going to bring them on the platform, and you're going to hear directly, and they're speaking directly to the church about what they have and what they can do for you. New and refurbished devices. We're in the process of writing a grant. Not writing a grant, responding to a grant. And we're using this platform to go after the grant. So what we want to do is we're coming to your church and provide 8 to 10 computers, right? Brand new computers, or refurbished, however that works. We want to be able to offset some of your broadband costs, right? Then our training comes in, which is part of that. We come in and train the digital pastor and the digital disciples, right? We do the training, they get their certificate for that training. And then once we're done with the training, we help you go through the schedule, because you have to be responsible to schedule so many classes for the community, right? It's part of what we're doing. But here's the great thing. We give you the curriculum. We give you the support. Everything. You're not by yourself. We're walking right with you, holding your hand through the whole process, right? Throughout the duration, not just a one time, but we're there for you. Digital church events. When you guys post your events, it will be on our website, and you'll be able to see what that event is, what's happening, so the whole world will be able to see your event is happening. We do grants, advocacy, and free apps. So once again, we talk about this grant, there's other grants that we're going for, which is a national grant that we're super, super excited for. That grant is going to be good for you. And once again, we're doing the Center for Digital Churches. And so if that's the case, we're going to go ahead and what can we do beyond that? You know what I'm saying? We got the devices, we got the training, we got some broadband costs. What else can we do for you? So we'll be looking at that. Digital Church Academy. Imagine you got somebody who wants to volunteer. Now, we know a lot of people want to volunteer. We know they shouldn't be volunteering, right? So we have a volunteer course that your church can, as a member, they can go through. It just gives you some basic things about what does it mean to commit to someone else, to serve in the ministry, right? Basic stuff, but what does that mean? What does that look like? How does that bless the pastor? What is your allegiance to the church, the pastor, and to the mission of Christ? So that's one of the classes we have. We have video editing classes going to be on the academy, a camera production. We have a section called Broadcasting Jesus, right? What does that look like when you're streaming, when you're using cameras, and what's that equipment look like? So that whole digital academy, we do Canva, Adobe. So any kind of software you think about and other specific things we have on the Digital Church Academy. And then we do certification training to train the trainer and the curriculum that we're going to give you. Talk about that. We're going to train you to do what we do. We want the church to be active in the digital space, creating a digital hub as part of the ministry to do outreach, right? So when they see what's going on with you, that is the outreach, right? They see you're doing things outside of just doing the Sunday morning service, but you open your doors or you engage in another way to promote this digital initiative that we're doing.